Hi everybody, welcome to my weekly Facebook Live. It's so nice to have you all here. We are going to put together two fabulous things from the mini catalog and celebration. We're going to put together the Something Fancy stamp set and dies with the Favored Flowers DSP from the mini catalog. So thank you for coming to watch me. I hope that you enjoy these cards I make, and it helps you inspire you to make some beautiful cards of your own. So before we get started with all the stamping, I would like to talk to you a little bit about upcoming events and all the blah, blah, blah that goes with the not fun stuff of stamping, and then I'll get right to stamping with you, okay? So first of all, the winner of the weekly prize for watching my Facebook Lives and commenting and telling me where you're from and liking my videos, last week's winner was Judy Gill. Judy, if you will message me and give me your address, I will get this in the mail to you. This is that beautiful Butterfly Kisses 6x6 Designer Series paper that is from the current annual catalog. So Judy, if you will send me your postal address, I will get this in the mail to you this week. So yay for Judy. She's got a great name, don't you think? Judy, Judy, Judy. Okay, so next, let's talk a little bit about upcoming events that I have going on that you should know about. So let me turn my camera down and around, and we can talk about these fun events. So here we go. I hope that is good for you there. First of all, tonight's class is an online class to go. This is what I've been doing on Monday nights here in the last 5 or 6 months. If you place an order of $35 or more by this Friday, January 20th, using this host code, WT3H3Y72. I'll hold that there for just a second. Or you can email me at judyltuttle@gmail.com, and I'll place your order for you. The easiest way is just go to the TuttleUpShop.com and order online. Use this host code so I know that you want this class to go. All right? Hi, Sue. Nice to have you here. Hi, Kim. Hi, Kathy. Thanks. Glad to have you guys here. Okay, so first of all, I want to talk to you about my celebration. This is a special class that I have just for people who spend $100 in orders with me during January and February during celebration, or sign up to be a member of my team. It can be either one. Now, the $100 is cumulative, so you could do $20 this month and $80 that month, or 50-50, however you want to do it. But that gets you a seat at the free celebration party. And this year, we're going to use this fun At the Pond stamp set. Now, this is an exclusive stamp set. This is a hostess only stamp set, and I will be making 4 delightful projects with you. That is why we're calling this the Frog Party. Aren't those images cute? Obviously, 2 stamped images, and I will likely get enough of these that a fair number of you can get them free in the drawing at the day of the party. So that will be fun. At the Pond. That is what my Frog Party is all about, is getting a seat at the table or a free kit sent to you in the mail if you spend $100 or more during celebration with me, okay? Secondly, today is the very last day to register for the Love is in the Air retreat. It is on January 28th from 10 to 6 p.m. at the Heartland Church building here in Lincoln, Nebraska. It is $85, but that $85 fee includes the whole day. You get treats, you get lunch, you get prizes, you get over, it says $20. I added it up today. It was over $25 of free new product. What you actually get, let me see if I have it right here. you are going to get a whole package of the gingham check 6x6 DSP, a whole package of the pastel adhesive backed sequins, and a double roll of the Real Red Burlap Ribbon Combo Pack. These are going to make some fun cards. I've been designing all weekend long, okay? You get that for free. We get a catered lunch. You get 2 classes of 4 projects apiece using the Country Floral Lane Suite and the Share a Milkshake Suite. So it's well worth the $85 fee for the entire day, okay? So if you don't know what the link for that is, let me know, because today's the last day. I'm shutting it off tomorrow, okay? All right, how about a Valentine treat class? The Valentine treat class, I do this every year. Let me pull this off of here so you can see it better. Will be on February the 8th from 6:30 to 8:30. You'll make 4 gifty items, 3D gifty items with the treats included. You can come in person or you can get it to go. The link will be in my email newsletter that goes out tomorrow. If you're not a part of my email newsletters, you need to be. Send me a message and I will get you added to my email list so that you know all about the classes I have coming up, either in person or to go, or you can always buy the PDF too. That's always an option, okay? So that's all I have going on right now. I'm going to put all that stuff aside. Real quickly, I had a taco party today, and I want to show you the projects we made. They're so cute. Now, I am not going to lie to you and pretend like I made all of these up on my own. These were all inspired by Erica Serwin's beautiful designs, and this is her $1 million stamp set called Taco Fiesta, and we made these little stand-up easel calendars. Isn't that cute? We made this piñata card and used a wobble so that it looks like it's being hit by, and all the candy is spattering out, right? Isn't that fun? Look at this one. Long time no taco. I love the gold fringy on the side of this. Isn't that so cute? And then the last one was this little box here. You spice up my life. Again, this was inspired by one of Erica's designs. And then inside, look at these cute gummies I found. There's a taco, there's a piñata, there's a cactus, and there's a sombrero. Isn't that so much fun? Someone even mentioned maybe putting a gift card to a Mexican restaurant inside. Wouldn't that be fun as well? So those are the projects we did today at my taco party. Let's see, what else do we need to talk about? Oh, let's talk about the signing up special. So right now during celebration, isn't this the cutest little mini die cutting machine? The color of this is called boho blue. Now, I have seen many Stampin' Up! Celebration joining specials in my 15 years as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. This is by far the best that they have ever had. I've seen them have spend $75 and get $125 worth of product. So you're getting 50 free, right? I've seen them say spend $99 and get $150 worth of product for free. Again, that's $50 for free. But right now, during January and February, if you want to be a discount shopper and get that 20% discount for as long as you want without any strings attached, no strings at all, you can spend $99 and get $175 of product for free. Okay, so that's $75 worth free. Then, if you want, you can throw in a mini die cutting machine either in this adorable boho blue or white for half the price for another $30. Okay, so they're giving you the machine and $175 worth of stuff for $129. Or if you don't need the mini machine, which, you know, it's pretty adorable. Everybody who's seen it is like, that is such a cute, cute mini machine. I know, something about it being the boho blue. You can get the machine and $175 worth of stuff for $129. Or if you don't need the machine, you can get $175 worth of stuff for $99. I would love to have you on my team. You don't have to do what I do. You can just be a happy little discount shopper. One of my downline was at my taco class today, and she told the other ladies, you know, it's just so nice to get the discount and be able to order for myself when I need to and not rely on somebody else putting my orders in for me. So those are all great things to talk about. And if you love my card classes, you get all my PDFs, all these PDFs for free. I upload them to our team page and they can use them. They don't have to pay for them. Okay, so that's another perk. So think about it. Think about becoming a discount shopper and getting your stuff at a discount and being a part of my fun Tuttle Up stamping team. Okay, so tonight we are going to make some nice cards using the Something Fancy stamp set and die bundle. Look at these great labels. Who doesn't love it? Don't you just love a stamp set and die combo where you get all these awesome new labels? I love labels. I love new shapes and sizes and all of that. So the bundle comes with the stamp set, and these words are the best. I had a customer last week saying, where do I find this sentiment that says, may the good you do come back to you? Isn't that a great sentiment? I love this one, and we're going to use it tonight. I didn't forget your birthday. I'm just stretching out the celebration. I love that. And grateful for the everyday magic of you. Beautiful fonts. This is going to be so much fun. Thanks, Alice, for letting me know where you're from. Nice to have you here tonight. Okay, so I'm going to show you 3 cards that we actually made at our last team meeting, and I hope you enjoy these. So we are going to start with a piece of cardstock that's cut 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 2 3/4 and 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. Okay, so it's 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. So that gives us the ability to, let me grab my bone folder here, fold it in half just like a regular card. Can you see I've used my bone folder to add ink to one of my ink pads? Probably should have picked a different utensil to do that, but that's okay. And then I'm going to fold this back on that 2 1/8 inch line right there. I'm going to get these out of the way. Okay, so pull up my instructions here so I don't forget anything. On the inside, isn't this paper pretty? That is that Favored Flowers paper that you can get free with a $50 order. It's beautiful black backgrounds that really make these colors pop in the flowers. So I've cut a 4" by 5 1/4 inch piece that we're going to put on the inside of our card right here. So how did you guys spend your Martin Luther King Day? I got up early and worked out, and then my husband left because he's going to watch the Dallas Cowboy playoff game tonight with my son Carson in Iowa City. Yes, they really needed to watch it together. So he drove 4.5 hours to get to Iowa City so he could watch the game with Carson. I think it's kind of sweet. I really do. Okay, so then this is going to create kind of a fun fold here, right? So I have a piece of designer series paper. I have 2 of them, and they are cut, let me remind myself, 2.5 by 2.5 inches. And then I have a piece of basic black, a panel that is cut 5.5 by 2 3/4, 5.5 by 2 3/4. So when we fold this in half, score it right down the middle at 2 3/4, it becomes a square that is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, okay, on either side. It creates this fold. Now we want this score line to be on the right hand side, okay? So I'm going to take this piece of DSP and put it right here on the front. I have no idea what this fold is called, but it's kind of fun. Okay, and then I'm going to put the same piece, this pretty petal pink color that is one of the back sides of that paper, that Favored Flowers paper that you can get free with a $50 purchase. And I'm going to put it on the back side right there, okay? I'm going to fold it back around because I want my seam to be on the right side, okay? Then I'm going to take this label, which is one of the labels from our die set that goes with the stamp set right there, and I'm going to stamp on it, "I didn't forget your birthday. I'm just stretching out the celebration." So all the ink we're using tonight is going to be Memento Black. Tuxedo Memento Black ink is the only ink we're using. Okay, I'm going to try to get this centered. That obstruct, there we go. Beautiful. And then I'm going to add some dimensionals to the back side of this. So I had my taco party, and then my friend Jenny came over and we went and got Rusty Tacos together. Do you guys have Rusty Tacos where you live? I love Rusty Tacos. So we ate at Rusty Tacos, and then I hurried home to get my Facebook Live going. Okay, so I've got a piece of pale papaya ribbon here, and I'm just going to tie a single bow with this. Could have maybe tied this a little bit longer. You know what? Here's a longer piece. There we go. That'll be good. Okay, so I'm tying a loose ribbon, bow, single bow, and then I'm going to attach it here to the front of my card underneath my label. How many of you have to help people extend their birthdays? I tell you, for someone who makes cards, I am the worst about getting them in people's hot little hands on time. Are any of you bad about that? Jeez Louise, it's embarrassing. Okay, now I'm going to take this piece. I almost forgot about this one. It is cut 1 7/8 by 5 3/8. 1 7/8 by 5 3/8. And I'm going to attach it to the front of my card right here. Take my bone folder, make sure I get a really good fold there. Okay, and then this is going to get attached so that we have it centered right there on the front. Okay, so I'm gonna take this and kind of sandwich it through, kind of center it top and bottom, side to side. I kind of eyeball it. If you are worried about getting it centered well, you can measure that out. And I'm just going to put adhesive right here on this very end. I'm going to use some Seal Plus. I'm going to fold that over, press that down, and then flip over the whole thing, lift this up, and do the same thing. Put adhesive over here on this side and press it in. There we go. So that's the first start. And what I like about this fold is it makes it really easy to stand up. Okay, like that. Really pretty, isn't it? I love this pale papaya ribbon that we have added on there. Now, I got to do the inside of the card, and all we did is cut another one of those labels, exactly the same size, but this time out of that pale papaya. Isn't that beautiful on that paper? So, so pretty. So, and then another one of the labels that comes in the set is this one that kind of diagonal cuts, which you guys know already is one of my favorite ways to cut a label, even if I'm doing it freehand, but now I don't have to. Okay, so I'm going to pull this a little closer to me so I can stamp it straight. Perfect. There we go. I'm going to attach this with some dimensionals to the center of this label right here. So we kind of had, thanks, that's why you need me, right? You need me, Kathy. That's why I get paid the big bucks, is so I can show you little tricks of the trade like that. There you go. And then I'm going to just attach this right to the center, right there of our label. Okay, now, how do you get this centered here so that it doesn't show on the inside? Like, you don't, if you have it too far over, it's going to show. That's going to look weird, okay? So what I do, here's another little trick, Cindy, is that I set this on top of this card so that those ends, those labels are right on top of each other like that, okay? So I'm doing it upside down. I'm laying it on there so I know it won't show. I'm adding adhesive to the back of my label right there. And then I'm actually going to fold this over and down. There we go. And then I know it's all gonna line up perfectly. Isn't that fun? Okay, so one more thing is that I'm gonna take some oh, I'm reading, Roz, I'm reading your message there. That's fun. You used Playing in the Rain, huh? With this, you know, that would be perfect because these little squares are really good for just highlighting smaller objects like the ones in the Playing in the Rain stamp set, isn't it? I would love to see them, so take some pictures and share them with me. Okay, so I'm just scattering on some of these new opaque adhesive backed gems right there on the front of my card, and there we go. Now, if it were me, I would take a piece of basic white and I would add it to the back. I would write on it and then add it to the back of this card so that your message has a place to be written, and then you can just set this all up. They can set it on their desk, and that would be super fun, right? Okay, so that is card number 1. Hi, Kathy, thanks. That paper is one of the celebration papers. So let's keep going. I have 2 more beautiful cards to show you. The next is going to be an easel card. So let me grab that out. I've got my pale. This is Fresh Freesia paper, which just blends beautifully, right, with this Favored Flowers DSP. Look at how pretty that is. Isn't that beautiful? And what we're going to do this time is an easel card. So I have cut this cardstock 4 1/4 by 11, and then this time I've scored it at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. Okay. Now normally we would fold it back, right? But this time we're going to fold this forward like this, and that is going to create our easel. We're going to create an easel card that kind of stands up like this, okay? So let me take my bone folder and make sure I get this top folded down really great. We're going to need that. Okay, now I've got a piece of basic black cardstock, and this cardstock is cut 3 3/4 by 5. Okay, 3 3/4 by 5. I have a piece of designer series paper that has those Fresh Freesia flowers on it, and it is cut 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. I'm going to add this to my black panel here. So pretty. It just makes those flowers really pop, doesn't it? And then I've got the reverse side of one of those pieces of designer series paper, and this one is just these fresh freesia bubbles, as somebody called it today. So let's take that panel and let's attach it across the front right here of my card. That is cut 3 3/4 by 1 1/2. 3 3/4 by 1 1/2. Okay. Now for the inside of my card, I just have a basic white panel cut 4 by 5 1/4. And then I'm going to add the DSP, the same that I have on the front, to the inside right across the bottom right here. Okay, right about there. Perfect. Now I'm creating a little easel ledge that this can pop up on. So this label, which is cut from that Something Fancy die set in basic white, I'm going to stamp on this, grateful for the everyday magic of you. I love this sentiment. Do you have people in your life that you're grateful for their everyday magic? I certainly am. Okay, there we go. Isn't that a sweet sentiment? I love that. So what we're going to actually do is we're going to pop this up right here on our inside label, which is not something we normally do. We don't normally pop things up on the inside very often, right? We did it on the last card too, though, I guess, didn't we? Okay, that is going to create that dimension that we need on the inside of our card so that we can have a little easel for our, a little ledge for our easel to stand up on. Okay, so now I'm going to take my fresh freesia card base and I'm going to add this to the inside right here. Okay, so I'm going to put a little Seal Plus in each corner. So I don't know, we're going to add this. You know, I really shouldn't try to read your guys' comments as I'm stamping because I get so enthralled with what you're saying, I forget what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. Grateful for the everyday magic for you. And then I'm going to add just a couple of these fresh freesia gems to the inside here. Just a little bit of bling on that. Okay, now let's finish this panel here. We are going to take, now look at this. This is super fun. I want to show you this. So these labels here with these curvies in them, they have these other dies that you can mix and match to add interest to the top of your label. So like here's your label. You can add this one to the top that makes like a little tulip design. You can do this one, which you're going to see in a minute here, that adds like a little leaf bow, kind of a leaf bow design. So when you run it through with this on it, and it creates that design at the top. And there's one more here that just kind of creates like a raindrop kind of design. Super cute, right? Well designed for sure. Okay, so then from the same set of labels, I cut a fresh freesia. That's the bigger one here, using the tulip insert. And then a hexagon right here out of basic white. Now on this basic white hexagon, I love them too, Roz. I love them. I think they're just very interesting, something that we can use on a lot of our cards, right? So I'm going to face this hexagon so that the longer point is at the top and the bottom, right like that. And I've got thank you on there. Then I'm going to pop this up in the center of my label. There we go, right like that. Very pretty, huh? Then I'm going to pop this up on my card front. So every month when we have team meetings, we give people the option to do a make and take. And this was one of the make and takes we did for last month's team meeting. And it's fun because my downline Jenny does all the hard work. She is my helper who helps cut out all the packets for everyone. So another perk of being on my team is that you get the option every month of whether you would like a make and take packet, and we can do it together, you can do it on your own, whatever you want. But it's just a great way to get ideas. So this is just a piece of that designer series paper, and I'm just fussy cutting one of the flowers out of that. Just fussy cutting around it. Don't we wish every single DSP and stamp set had dies? Can you imagine how pricey that would get for us? It would get pretty expensive. I do wish after having the taco class today that those sweet taco stamps had dies for sure. Okay, I'm just going to tuck that right underneath my little label right there. So I'm going to grab some adhesive and just tuck it. Isn't that pretty? Tuck it right underneath there. So, so pretty. Now, I have a piece of ribbon, but I don't know if I have a long enough one. So I'm going to see if I can find some more here. Yep. This is the Fresh Freesia ribbon. And I'm going to open a new package. I think we need to figure out a new way of designing these ribbon bolts. I hate having to cut that little plastic piece off. It's not like, you know, world hunger or leprosy or anything like that, but it's just annoying sometimes, especially when you're on Facebook Live and you're trying to do it in a hurry. Okay, so here's my Fresh Freesia. Beautiful bow that matches this paper and everything so perfectly. Okay, and then I'm going to put this on the front of my card. They put it up at the top, but you know what? I think I want it down here at the bottom. I'm going to cut it a little bit shorter, and I'm going to add I don't know. Do you think it should be at the top or at the bottom? I will let you guys help me decide that. Bow at the top, bow at the bottom. So at the top, be here, but then it kind of hides my flower, doesn't it? Or the bottom would be down here. What do you guys think? Top of the label or bottom of the label? Top. Cynthia says top, top, top. One person says bottom. Okay, Sue, you're outvoted at this point. Bottom, 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 bottom. Oh, more bottoms. 1, 2, 3, 4 bottoms and 2 tops at this point right now. I think I'm going to stick it right there at the bottom. I'm with the bottom people. Maybe even tuck it under a little bit like that. There we go. Okay, now we're going to attach this to our card front. But you know what? We don't want any adhesive up here because we want to be able to pop that up like that, okay? So all I'm going to do is put adhesive like on the bottom third here of my panel. About that much. And I'm going to center this panel and press. I'm going to add a few more scattered dots to the front of my card. Maybe one over here. What do you think? Isn't that pretty? And then it stands up like this. Thank you. Grateful for the everyday magic of you. Isn't that lovely? I love this card. So, so pretty. Okay, one more card to go. What do you guys decide at the top? Oh, you thought maybe it should be over here, huh, Cynthia? That might have worked as well. You know, that's the fun thing about card making is that you can try different things. The last time I made this card, I put it up at the top, but this time it just felt like it needed it more at the bottom. I don't know why. So there we go. That is card number 2. I'm going to move it off to the side here. Thanks, Dana. Isn't this paper pretty? So, so pretty. Okay, now, I never can remember what this card is called. Some of you know out there, let me know. But it's the one where you create the little box at the bottom and make a little like stand-up kind of shadow box. Does anybody know the name of this? Okay, so we have a piece of petal pink cardstock that's cut 4 1/4 by 9 1/2, and we scored it at 5 1/2, 6 1/2, 8, and 9. 5 1/2, 6 1/2, 8, and 9. Okay, 5 1/2, 6 1/2, 8, and 9. Okay, that's going to leave us, because this paper was 9 1/2 inches long, this little bitty lip right here that we're going to use to make easel, box easel, kind of like that. Okay, so first of all, though, we need to attach all of our designer series paper. So this piece, so pretty, is going to go right here to the inside of our card. This has some Calypso Coral, some Petal Pink, some Pale Papaya, right? Lots of fun, pretty colors there. I'm going to attach that to the inside of this largest panel, which is going to end up being the inside of our card base right here. There we go. Okay, then I have these pieces that I'm going to attach to each of these little labels right here. And that's it. Okay, so I'm going to attach this one. That is 1 inch by 4 inches. I'm going to attach it here to this wider 1 inch wide panel, and then this skinny one right here I'm going to attach down here at the bottom to this little panel down here. Okay, I think that is it. Oh, nope. I need to attach my white piece here to the back side of this so I have a place to write on, okay, when I'm ready to write on my card. So I'm going to add my 4 inch by 5 1/4 inch piece of basic white right there to the back of my card. Okay, hi guys, thanks. This is going to be so much fun. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to attach this to the inside of our card right here, so it creates like a little box at the bottom like that. And we want this to be square. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold it like this. I'm going to add adhesive right to this little lip right here. And if it goes over a little bit, you could use tear and tape too. That might be the nicer way to do it. I just kind of fold it back over on itself I'm going to press this down, bone fold it really quick, and look, that creates that little box right there. Now I've seen where people put like little treats inside of there, whatever. That is not what we're doing this time though. Okay, so here's my card base right there. And then I'm taking this piece, and this piece is cut 3 inches by 5 inches, and it's scored at 1/2 and 1.5. 1/2 and 1.5. So it is creating right here. We're going to attach that right to here, and that's going to create a fun kind of different type of easel card that people can set on their desks. Okay, so this time, instead of this side, I'm going to use this opposite side right here. I'm going to attach it to this front panel. And then I'm going to add some adhesive to right here. I'm going to decide, kind of center it where I want it. I'm going to lay this whole thing flat. I've got that little lip underneath. I'm going to center this kind of right in between these two sides and this edge right here. So all 3 of these edges are about the same. And I'm going to press that down right there. Flip this over. Add adhesive here, flip it back over, press it down. It's going to be magic. Wait until you see this. If this doesn't work, I'm going to be in a panic. Look, it pops up like this. Isn't that so cool? I'm going to bone fold it really well. And look, it creates that card that we can just set up like that. Isn't that fun? Okay, so I've got another one of those labels here. This time I'm choosing a sentiment that says, here's to beautiful beginnings and happily ever afters. So I have a wedding this weekend that I'm going to. So I decided I wanted this to be a wedding card. And that really is what is so fun about this Something Fancy stamp set, is that it's got love sayings, thank you, birthday, sympathy. I made a card and I used that sympathy. You matter to so many. Isn't that an important message for all of us to say to people right now, is you matter? And may the good you do come back to you. I love that. So I'm going to stamp this with, here's to beautiful beginnings and happily ever afters. There we go. I am going to put this right here in the center of our card front, and they wanted us to cut out some of these little flowers right here. So I'm just going to cut out one, I think, because this panel is awfully large for what we're doing. I think I'm just going to cut out this one rose that is kind of that petal pink color. Maybe take a leaf with it here. And look, you guys, I'm just quickly fussy cutting this. It doesn't have to be like super perfect, or the person who sees this card is going to be so blown away that you made a card for them that they are not going to be worried about all the little details that we worry ourselves about. It's about giving love to someone else. That's what it's about. Okay, so here's my flower, and I think I'm just going to kind of tuck that under right like that. Isn't that pretty? So let me just adhere this to my front panel right here. I'm going to pop this one up. Kathy, I hope you had a nice trip home from St. Louis today. I hope you had a great weekend. I unfortunately had 2 funerals on Saturday, and they were 2 hours apart. So it ended up, one was in the morning and one was in the afternoon. 2 men that played a very big part in my children's lives. So it was a very sad weekend for us. But they're in a better place. So that is the good news of all of that. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to take some of my gems and I'm going to add them. I think I'm going to just stick with the white. I'm going to put a couple up here in this corner, right? And then maybe one down here. Okay. Here's to beautiful beginnings and happily ever afters. Don't you love that? I just love that saying. So here are my 3 cards of the night. Here is my first one. And see, they can just set that right up there. And you know what you could really do? You could add some cash in there. Wouldn't that be fun? And they open it up and then the cash just falls out. I would have loved that as a newlywed, wouldn't you? That would have been fun. And then you can write them a sweet little note on the back here. So that is fun. So here are my 3 cards of the night. 2 of them can be kind of stand-up easel cards, this one and this one. And one of them is this cute little fun fold card that, you know what, all 3 of them could kind of stand up easel style, so that's fun. Some cool fun folds for you tonight. So I hope you enjoyed my cards. I'm going to give you a minute if you want to snap a picture of those. I'm just going to let that go. If you would like a card kit to make 6 of these cards, I can put that card kit together for you with a $35 order in my online store. I have my, you know, I just throw things around up here like there's nothing to it. So I don't know what happened to my little placket that had all my post code information on it. Let's see if I can put my hands on it here. Well, it was right here earlier. If you don't see it, if you didn't see it at the beginning, I'll be sure to put it. Oh, here it is. Wow, it flew way over here. Okay, here we go. So here's the host code. If you would like to get this card class to go, you just need to place a $35 order by Friday with me, and I'll put together a kit to make 2 of each of these cards. If you spend $50, I will throw in the opaque adhesive back gems, and I can't stamp anything for you, so my suggestion is to get the Something Fancy stamp set and dies, and then you'll have everything you need to put these cards together just like I have done for you here. So thank you guys, you're so sweet. Be sure to comment and like me and love me. I also have a YouTube page that I would love for you to subscribe to. Just look for Tuttle Up Stamping on YouTube, and this video will be there as well. So I'm going to pull the camera up and back so I can say a proper goodbye to all my friends. There we go. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. I hope you have a blessed week, and I hope you share your love of creativity with the people that are around you. This is Tuttle Up Stamping saying goodbye and God bless. Bye-bye. I'm trying to say bye-bye. Let's see. There we go. Bye-bye, everybody.